I hate playing armchair psychiatrist, but at the same time, the personality of a quarterback, I think, is so critical to how he performs as a leader, as someone who inspires those around him to put in more, to follow the lead like Tom Brady did, carrying his team to all those championships. And I think back to the interview that Tua did last year with Michael Smith, talking about how and he never mentioned Brian Flores, but it's clear he was talking about Brian Flores, that he wanted him to do things a certain way, and he just did them. And I think Tua has spent his whole life deferring to authority, from his father, which is fine. I did the same thing.
Sure.
To coaches, which is fine. I did the same thing. You can over-defer, and there's a point where you have to be your own person. There's a point where you have to say, and we see salty Tua from time to time directed at the media.
And we like it, right?
I don't think but the people close to him that he usually defers to, I doubt they ever see salty Tua. I feel like he's got it ingrained in his brain that he has to behave a certain way in this kind of top-down chain of command. And sometimes you've got to kind of stand up for yourself
100.
You got to take charge.
Yes.
Even like, could you imagine Tom Brady's teammates making fun of him for being fat after he lost weight? I mean, you know, there's a certain amount of, I'm a little afraid of this guy that you need to have to be the absolute best leader as a quarterback.
Right.
And I don't get the impression, it's kind of like he's the little brother.
Well, yeah.
And
yeah,
at some point that's got to change. If he's going to be the absolute best he can be, and if he's going to win championships, that's got to change. He's got to be the badass who takes charge. And I feel like he's never been that guy. And it's one of the reasons why the fans love him. He's just kind of like a nice, lovable, likable boy next door. At some point, you got to transmogrify into an asshole.
Yeah.
If you're going to be not just salty in press conference,
yeah,
you got to be that way with your teammates. You got to take charge.
Right.
You can't be the guy that just blows in the wind with, hey, somebody says you should gain weight, I'll gain weight. They say you should lose weight, I'll lose weight. I'll do whatever you say. I'm going to do what's right for me. Shut up. Leave me alone. I know what's right. I'm going to do it. Get out of my face. What'd you say about me? You know, that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying you should take somebody outside and beat the hell out of them, but there's an aura you need to exude, and I don't think he's ever exuded that.
I don't disagree with you there. I don't, right? I mean, we know, like, hey, Burrow, Mahomes, Lamar, Herbert, they're looked at on their team as like, that guy is amazing. He's special, right? I mean, they know they have that magic. They have that. That's why they are who they are. No, I'm with you in the Tua conversation. And Mike, to your point with like the Brady thing and all that, the point is that Brady would never get fat, right? The point is that and again, here's another inkling into, you know, again, Tua's been great, but he's you know, self-proclaimed he didn't work hard enough early on in his career and prepare the way he should here, right? And what I would tell you is, most great starting quarterbacks, solidified, I'm the man, do that, their body would never get out of control. They would never let it leave the lane they want it to leave, right? So those are things, again, as an ex-quarterback, grew up in a quarterback household, guy that talks to quarterback coaches in the NFL right now and offensive coordinators, those are things we talk about all the time. Like, quarterbacks aren't the guy that you usually have to go, damn, you have to lose weight or you got to do this. Quarterbacks, to what you say all the time, are psycho type A guys, right? So there's some of that there that sometimes I go, yeah, is that into all the time? And then the jerkiness, there's no doubt. That's hey, you know, you got to have some of that in some capacity. If I had a complaint about my career, I wish I was a little bit more jerky. I wish I would have stood up for myself a few times to John Gruden or yelled at a few players.
He was trying to draw that out of you, though,
well,
but I don't know that he went about it the right way.
Maybe. Exactly,
you can overwhelm someone trying to draw it out of them.
Yeah, right. For a guy like me who's, you know, respect, and this is my coach, and do all that. And, of course, I was very young, and, you know, it was thrown in there in the game in my second year and all of that, right? And, you know, of course, I wasn't perfect, and that probably frustrated the hell out of them too, to which you screwed up my check, right? You can't say this play, it's 9 million paragraphs long, whatever. I would frustrate them at the same time, but I wish a few of those times I probably should have been heading like, hey, shut the fuck up. I've got it. Shut up.
Oh, God.
Leave it alone. Right? That's all I'm saying. So that's where it's like, but that's what that's what you're talking about with your being a jerk a little bit. You do got to have a little of that, right? And then that does rub off, and the team sees it, and they go, damn, it's our quarterback's ready to battle. He's ready to lead us no matter what. And there is great value in that. There's no question about that.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.